guys, what's up and welcome back once again to Chris Aquariums. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. This week we're going to take a look at my 100-liter tropical aquarium. This week we're going to have a look at something that I've had a problem with for 2.5 years now, and that is snails, specifically the Malaysian trumpet snail. I have had this setup for 2.5 years, this specific tank for maybe about a year, and I have always had Malaysian trumpet snails. Now don't get me wrong, I love snails, I love having them, I have them in all of my tanks because they are a great cleanup crew. They'll clean up the algae, they'll clean up the glass, they'll clean up the detritus, and most importantly, they go into the substrate where you can't reach to clean up any debris that's fallen down there. But the problem I have is that my tank has been overrun, and it's for a couple of reasons, but there have been times where I've been able to keep the population under control, but lately it's just been getting out of hand. I have next to me here just some of the things that I've tried in the past. As you can see, I have the Darrow snail kill formula, the Dimax snail eliminator, and I can't find the trap itself, but your typical snail trap as well. None of them have really worked the way I want to eliminate the snail population. And the second problem I have is, as you've seen on my channel in the past, I really enjoy golden apple snails. I think they're great, but if I have them in this tank, it means that I can't use these formulas because it'll kill my big snail and not just the population of trumpet snails. Now, you'll know that this tank, the 100 liter, I've had for about a year now, but I've had tropical tanks for many years prior, but the specific setup maybe 4 years. 3 different tanks, and all of those tanks have carried over Malaysian trumpet snails. Without knowing, I've put in plants, rocks, substrate from previous tanks, obviously bringing across eggs or baby snails that have since bloomed and populated into the massive colony that we have now. Now, I've said it, I enjoy snails, they're great. I love having them in the tanks, but at the moment the trumpet snails have just gotten out of control and they're unsightly. When there's thousands of them populating the glass and the wood, it just doesn't look great. So I've decided it's time to wage war on the Malaysian trumpet snails. Before we do that, however, I just want to show you some quick updates on the goldfish tank. As you can see, we have some jungle val vallisneria busy growing. It started off with 1 shoot, it's gone into a second and a third. Here we have some Anubias and some dwarf jungle val as well. Further along in the tank, another shoot of Anubias. You can see the old plant and the new shoots coming off. And in the back, we have more dwarf jungle val, and there'll be some Java fern coming in as well. The reason I show this is because although the tank is a little bland at the moment, we're looking to get it planted in very well and bringing additional decorations and aquascaping as it goes along, so stay tuned. But back to the 100 liter, how exactly are we going to wage war on this population? Take a look what we're talking about. Now the tank is due for a clean and a water change, which I'm going to be doing later today, but take a look at what we're talking about. These Malaysian trumpet snails are just everywhere, and across the wood, across the glass, in the substrate, and although it's very beneficial, it's just unsightly. So we had to take action. So how did I take action? Well, I know a couple of fish breeders with a group that I'm in, and I took a trip through to one of them to pick up a little something. See if you can recognize what's in the bag. Now, if you look closely, you may have guessed that it is indeed assassin snails. What are assassin snails? Essentially, assassin snails are carnivorous snails which eat other snails, specifically Malaysian trumpet snails and of course ram's horn snails as well. So what is this going to do for the tank? Well, the very simple answer is that being carnivorous snails, they will eat the existing trumpet snails in the tank and eventually diminish and wipe out the population. Take a look at some footage I captured of the assassin snails taking down their favorite prey. So we have 7 or 8 assassin snails throughout the tank. What they'll do is they'll take out the larger snails first, decimate that population. As the smaller ones grow up and become more of a meal, they'll eat those too, and over time, hopefully there'll be 0 and the shells can be removed with water changes. So I'll be giving it time. This population will grow. In addition to it, we might be able to breed the assassin snails, and they're actually worth a little bit of money. So we'll see where this goes, but that's it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time, as always, on Chris Aquariums. And just a quick note before I go, I just want to thank everyone on the channel for over 500,000 channel views, and our subscribers are growing by almost a new subscriber every single day. So thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.